Hey, what's up, Street Talks? This is Eric Kim from the Eric Kim Street Photography blog. So, I'm at Key Camera Store over in Kuala Lumpur. So, they have in stock the new Fuji X-Pro1. They have the box here. This is the box that comes in. Yeah, pretty nice. You know, just nothing fancy. I mean, just X-Pro1, and then here's the box. You open it up, alright? And so let's take a look at the camera. So the first thing you notice is that, I mean, it's a very attractive camera. It's all black in the front. It's got a nice little grip here. I wish it might have been a little bigger because it's a little bit flimsy to hold. Here's the top of the camera. Once again, the design's very clean, simple. The thing I like about it is that if you put it on A mode, you actually have to hold this little button here on top before you turn the shutter to manual. But of course, once into manual, you could kind of switch it around. The thing that's difficult is that changing the shutter dial is a little bit tough. Is that it takes a lot of force. Honestly, if I'm shooting the street, I doubt that I'd ever use. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. I would just keep in A mode. Switch the camera on and off with this button. Very easy. The shutter, the exposure compensation with your thumb, it's actually quite nice. It's very ergonomic. So if I had this camera, I'd imagine I'd just keep it in A mode and just use the exposure comp when I'm trying to change the exposure. All of this material here, it feels like plastic to me, so it actually feels pretty cheap. The camera is also quite light. I think it's nice if you're trying to keep the weight down when you're shooting on the streets, but the negative thing is that it just kind of feels cheap because it's not heavy. Here's the back of the camera. It doesn't have a battery yet, so I can't test the function or anything like that. It seems that they definitely cleaned up the back a lot. They have this interesting new Q button, which is supposed to quickly access everything in the background. Of course, there's that the optical viewfinder, which is actually you look through it. It's really nice and bright, pretty big. It looks really good. Of course, they don't have any of the lenses until next week. Overall, I think that if you're on a budget and you want a really solid camera, I think it'll be quite a good camera. I think it's a marked improvement over the X-Pro1. Of course, I can't compare it to the M9 because it's not an M9. So if you guys are shooting with a DSLR or something, you want a little bit of an upgrade with more of the rangefinder feel, I think this is a great option. If you have an M9, I wouldn't switch to this because I still think the M9 is a lot more solid. And of course, I haven't shot with it on the street, so I don't quite know the performance. But yeah, so that's my first impressions of the X-Pro1. Pretty comfortable to hold. It's actually a little bit bigger than the X100. Pretty comfortable to hold in the hand. About the same size as the M9, if not a little bit bigger. So I think it's going to be an exciting camera. So I'll keep you guys updated with when it actually has lenses. Peace.